Hi, Ryan from Intertank Products. Today we're going to talk about the differences between the original SBD knee sleeves and the new SBD Weightlifting Knee Sleeves. So first off, you can see that the knee sleeves have a different height. So the original knee sleeves were all 30 centimeters tall, which is the max dimensions allowed in the IPF. So regardless of triple extra small or 5 extra large, they're all 30 centimeters tall because that's the maximum allowable. Whereas in the new weightlifting sleeves, they range 26 centimeters up to 30 centimeters. So the smaller the knee sleeve, the shorter they are. And then as it gets bigger, they start to match size. Around extra large, they're about 30 centimeters on the weightlifting knee sleeves. So, but on the triple extra small and 2 extra small, they're down by 26 centimeters, just for a little bit better fit for smaller legs. Beyond that, the biggest difference would be 5 millimeters in the weightlifting sleeve versus 7 millimeters in the original sleeves. In the weightlifting knee sleeve, it's also made of a little bit stretchier material, giving a little bit easier time to achieve full depth. So for something like a deep front squat or a low catch and a clean or snatch, this would be the perfect sleeve for that because it's a little more forgiving for flexibility. Whereas the original sleeves are quite compressive and quite stiff. Anyone who's tried them would know that. The weightlifting knee sleeves also have a new antimicrobial liner, which is good for anyone who has them. The knee sleeves tend to get a little bit funky if they're allowed to dry without really being allowed to air out. So if you keep them in a bag while they're drying, they'll get a little bit stinky, whereas these should be a little bit more forgiving for that with the antimicrobial lining. Last, the weightlifting knee sleeves also have abrasion-resistant outer material, giving a little bit more forgiveness for pulling a bar across it in the Olympic movements, as well as if you're using for deadlifts, whereas the original sleeves will definitely wear and tear a little more when you're pulling deadlifts across them or pulling a clean or a snatch across them. So abrasion resistant, 5 millimeters, antimicrobial, and a little bit stretchier. Those are the big differences. So the original SBD knee sleeve, which has been around since about 2013, known and loved by many lifters, is 7 millimeters, less stretchy, more compressive material. So if you're doing stuff like heavy squats, any kind of heavy lifting, this is the one to go with. Definitely a little harder to get on and less forgiving size-wise. For me, I use both of them on my secondary days, like if I'm doing a light squat and a bench after, I'll throw on my weightlifting knee sleeves because they're more comfortable to stay on while I'm doing my bench rather than the tighter, more compressive knee sleeves. So I prefer them when I have a lighter squat with a bench movement or something afterwards, where I can just leave them on versus feeling I need to take my original sleeves off because they're just too tight to bench or do other stuff in. Those are the main differences. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below or send us an email at sales@intertankproducts.ca.